Hello class, even though we are having a party for Christmas, I hope we can focus for at least a half hour on our lesson for the day. So we have just previously learned about the causes of the Great Depression, and now today we're going to learn about life during the Great Depression. It was a rough time for Americans as a whole. So I'm going to pass out a worksheet. You don't need to look at what is on the worksheet yet, as we are not going to get into it yet. What I want you to do with this is on the back of the sheet. We're going to watch a video, and I want you guys to write down at least 3 things that you see in the video that I'm going to show for you. At least 3 things that Americans struggle with.
Wait, what?
On the back of the sheet I just handed you, we're going to try to write down just at least 3 things that Americans struggle with when you're watching the video. Just so you guys aren't watching the video with them. So the video might be a little bit dry, but it is about the 1930s, so...
Are we watching all of it?
We will watch most of it.
Why would the video be wet?
He said dry, not wet.
That's what I'm saying.
Different kind of dry.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god! What are you talking about, sicko?
I don't understand.
You're my favorite person in
We're
this
Okay. Ready? I'm going to start the video now. I would like all attention.
That's what.
Remember, at least 3 things from each of you about how Americans struggled during the Great Depression.
What was day-to-day life like in the 1930s? What did families do? A typical family during the Great Depression would have consisted of a father, mother, and several children. The average day would commence with the father of the family leaving for work. That is, of course, if he was lucky enough to still be employed. Shortly after he had left, the children would leave for school. Most children walked to school or rode the school bus. The mother of the family usually did laundry on Monday mornings. Some families had new, labor-saving washing machines, but washing clothes by hand was still common. The clothes were hung out to dry on a clothesline. Tuesday was ironing day. Some families had electric irons, but many women still used a heavy, black, flat iron that was heated on the stove.
My grandma has
You
one.
have
The
one of
most
those
common
around?
form of entertainment was
My
the
grandma has
radio.
one.
That's an artifact.
Radio programs would
Once you buy the
entertain
new one.
families throughout the day with various kinds of programming.
Let's not judge other people's lives. If it works for them, it works for
While
them.
they worked from home. After school, action and adventure programs for kids were common. In the evening, programs that the entire family might enjoy would take over the airwaves.
I thought these people were poor.
If the family didn't want
This is
to
depicting
listen
the
to
lives of
radio,
everyone in America,
might
not
choose to
just
play a
the
board
impoverished
game.
people.
Oh, okay.
which were becoming popular in the 1930s.
That color picture.
Sorry was released by Parker Brothers in 1934 and still remains popular today. By far, the most successful board game was Monopoly. This game gave people a chance to buy and sell property with money they could only dream of having. On Saturday evening, it was common for a family to go shopping, if they had the money to do so. There were a variety of stores downtown, from shoe stores to clothing, sporting goods, and music shops. Most families didn't have a lot of money to spend at these stores. The average take-home pay was about $17 a week.
A week?
Some made as little as $7 a week. Even doctors made only about $60 a week. The prices of products reflected the economic conditions. A men's shirt cost about $1. A washing machine could be purchased for about $33. A winter coat might cost anywhere from $18 to $28. A milkshake cost 10 cents, and a bag of roasted peanuts could be purchased for a penny. Since many families had so little money, certain things that were once commonplace became luxuries. For example, going to the barber was no longer an option for many families. Haircuts at home became standard practice. Families also stopped going to the dentist for regular checkups, and doctor visits were saved for very serious conditions. Some women even started giving birth at home in an effort to save money. Unfortunately, not every family could afford to go shopping or purchase new clothes. Some families
Now
were
we're
forced
getting
to
more
patch
towards the
shoes
economy.
with rubber from worn-out tires. Even families that had once been affluent began dressing their children in hand-me-downs. The Great Depression made life extremely difficult for many people. Unemployment rates reached unbelievable numbers, with as much as 25% of the population unable to find work. This meant that an estimated 13 to 15 million Americans did not have a job. Those looking for work were desperate. A business would advertise for 6 positions that needed to be filled, and more than 15,000 applicants would apply. Some of those who couldn't find work began riding the rails. Known as hobos, they illegally boarded boxcars on trains, hoping to find work in the next town.
Did they really call them hobos?
Those who were fortunate enough to keep their jobs saw their wages slashed by as much as 60%. A worker who had once made $1 an hour would be reduced to 40 cents and be happy to have it. All across the nation, fathers who had once held important positions in companies were now searching dumpsters for their family's next meal.
That's so sad.
Food was scarce for many. Cabbage soup became a common meal. Meat and vegetables could no longer be afforded.
Hashtag vegan.
Some families even resorted to taking turns eating. Some members of the family would eat on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, while others would eat on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Okay. So that's mostly the point of the video. As you guys can tell, America didn't completely shut down during the Great Depression, but life was not very easy or enjoyable for many Americans. Now, our activity today, if you took a sneak peek at the sheet I gave you, involves us analyzing a couple of pictures. So,
Before you do that, I have a question about the video.
Yes, John.
Was Tuesday ironing day for everyone?
Yeah, I was wondering that
For
too.
all, no, the video kind of just tried to take you through the average week in a life of an average American, not just the poor and impoverished people who were living in Hoovervilles and all that. So they were just trying to bring you through the week. So no, it wasn't a laundry day for all of America. Yes.
Have you ever seen the movie Cinderella Man?
Cinderella Man.
It's directed by Clint Eastwood.
No. Russell Crowe. That's who it is.
That's the one about
It's
the
a
glass
boxer.
sheet.
But
I'm thinking of
it's in the
$1
Great
million.
Depression.
I'm thinking $1 million.
No, but it's in the
I'm
Great
sorry.
Depression, and it's a really good movie about the Great Depression.
Did you have any specific point you'd like to make, or did you just want to note that it was in the Great Depression?
I was just saying it was a really good movie about the Great Depression. It's a
Well,
lot.
if anyone would like to watch a movie that takes place in the Great Depression, maybe Cinderella Man wouldn't be bad.
We're watching it today?
That's it. No, that was a suggestion you can do outside of class. Now, before I go over some background information to make the picture analysis easier, would anyone like to share some facts they wrote from the video? Yes, John?
The average person made $17 a week, and they're happy about it.
They would get $17 a week. I don't know if they were necessarily happy about it, even though the narrator makes such happy. Anyone else have anything they'd like to share?
The mom does the laundry.
Your mom's do laundry?
That's
Yes.
kind of sexist.
I agree.
I don't want to do laundry.
I think this was before people even cared about that issue.
Why?
I think that's not true
There was-
because women just got the right to vote
There
a
was,
few years
there
ago.
was much larger issues to go on
like
other
10
than...
years earlier.
Yes.
That's fine.
The children learned about cats.
Yeah.
I hate kids.
Cabbage soup daily.
Yes, cabbage soup daily. Does that sound fun to you? Does that sound tasty?
Do you think
No.
there's
Absolutely.
Top, yes.
Why did people have so many kids? Didn't they know a Great Depression was coming?
Well, people
And dogs.
didn't really have their all priorities necessarily straight. Sometimes, you know, they didn't think about all the mouths they had to feed sometimes.
That's terrible. Was there birth control back then?
I
Yeah.
cannot give a full answer on that.
I'll Google it.
Did
No.
you know the birth rate dropped during the Great Depression?
I don't know that.
Yeah, significantly.
That makes
That's not
sense.
surprising.
That makes
That
sense.
makes sense.
Because people couldn't afford it, so like the population.
Cause and effect.
But I have something else that I learned from the video.
Okay,
Doc-
last thing, and then we're gonna get to
They're
a
blaming
quick short
millennials.
lecture.
Doctors made
I know.
$60 a
They
week.
didn't blink for a while.
They did,
I love
and
millennials.
That wasn't even that much money,
Not really.
but it was a lot of money back then.
That's more money than I make.
So now you guys should already know most of this. I'm just going to briefly go over it to make your analysis of the pictures a little bit easier. So just some basic causes of the Great Depression. There's going to be a slide for each of these. So agriculture, of course, the new technologies allowed farmers to produce mass crops, and with the large production of crops, there became there was such an overproduction of crops that the prices dramatically dropped, and farmers were not able to sell their crops in order to make a living, which is what FDR, one of his aspects of the New Deal was to destroy crops in order to drive the prices up. Yes.
Did you know he had polio?
FDR?
Yeah, he was an
I didn't know that.
And
but-
he was wheelchair bound for like a while, like ever.